TCC Lynch coming at you with another PML podcast. Along with me, Eric Strawberry. Say hi to your fans.
Hello, fans. I love the energy you're bringing today, Lynch. I love
it. Yeah, baby. No small dick energy here. Say hi to the fans for Fearless Cody. That's all I got.
What? I like the build up for it, Lynch, but then it fell kind of flat there.
All right, awesome. And our favorite punching bag, Jakey Poo!
What's good, PML? Glad to be back
Fuck
after a
you!
one-episode absence. Okay.
Anyway,
Ponch took
moving
my
on
place.
from that,
Glad to be back.
and we have a special guest with us. He's won at least one Super Bowl. He never gets below an A+ rating for the draft, and he's over the age of 25, but we're not going to release his name because why would I do that yet? So we are going to go ahead and get started. Eric, kick us off, Dad.
I mean, I feel like we should say the guy's name, the king of PML these last couple of years. It seems like
you're giving everything away.
But I need to ask him a question.
Everything away. Everything. Okay, our monetization
I want to see him what's up.
is not going to allow that.
Hey,
you gotta use the voice.
Cfield, how's it going?
I hate
What's
you.
going on, guys?
I hate. Oh my god. This is why.
Glad to have you.
That was some good build up there. I like
Glad to have you here, Cfield. We really are. You've been the true king of PML these last 2 years, so we had to get you in here to get some of your secrets out.
I have no secrets, man. Iron sharpens iron. Being in a division with you 2 years ago made me who I am, really.
Oh, this man's
this guy,
too humble.
he thinks he's humble. Fuck you.
So, I mean, we're just around the corner from Madden 21. So, I mean, I know you've been probably following some of the news, just how everything that's been coming out lately. Not even just franchise related because there hasn't been too much changes on that front, but just some of the features and stuff that have come in. You got any thoughts on what to expect Madden 21 and how you're going to be approaching it, kind of?
I'm honestly thinking 21 is going to be pretty high scoring. I know last Madden seemed to be high scoring as well, but it's more based on the run game. From the little bit that I played during the beta, it's pretty pass heavy from what I could tell. But it's mainly because the user they've dumbed that down quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree. It seems that it's so much slower this year, and just it's gonna be a lot more AI based, kind of like what adjustments you can make on defense, and with some of those features of being able to drop your corners back into like the flat zones and whatnot, like knowing exactly how far back you can cover some of those outs and corners a lot better, I think, this year without having to user them.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's right.
Yeah, so I mean, some of your defense was already like some of the more advanced stuff in the league, I would say, with how you would like show cover threes, but put your outside guys on like flat routes to try and like bait them to throw those outs and stuff. But like, I feel like you were kind of already ahead of the curve on that, is what I'm trying to get at. If you want to maybe talk about your defense a little more.
Well, I don't know. I think that obviously I'm going to have to get used to the whole, the zone depth drop and all that. I tried to play with it during the beta, but trying to do it, in 2 days, that was a little rough. But as far as being ahead of the game, I don't think I'm necessarily ahead of the game of anybody. I try to confuse people, but I do think with this new Madden, I do think it's going to be more of a chess match than it has been in the past. I'm going to cover three, thinking it's hard flats or whatever it may be, but someone might have the flat zones drop 20 yards, so it's going to play a lot different than it has in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. What all were you able to like get done in the beta? Like, what were you playing a lot of? Just online matches, or were you kind of labbing?
Yep, that's right. No, I was just mainly online matches. I made me a playbook, just played around with some stuff, especially taking some plays over that I got comfortable running this Madden. And some of the stuff worked, some of it didn't, but like I said, the things that I noticed most is the passing game most everybody seemed to be wide open more often than not, especially slants and mid routes, crossing routes, stuff like that. The one thing that I heard was that screens ended up playing a lot better. Not necessarily running back screens, but screens to your wide receivers. I like screens, bubbles, and just regular screens, but I never actually ran any, so I'm actually looking forward to see if that's actually the case or not.
Yeah, no, I agree. Especially being the Chiefs last year, I mean, it's something that's heavily incorporated into their game in real life, and I like to do that a lot too. But it was definitely tough last year. It seemed like other than like slants or outs or going deep, there wasn't a whole lot you could do underneath to set things up.
That's right, and like I said, I guess going back to the whole passing game, I do think the people that's going to be hurt the worst from this past Madden to the next one is going to be the people that was extremely run heavy, that never really developed a passing game, because I think you're going to have one in 21.
Yeah, I agree. All right, I know some of these other guys had some questions for you too, so let's throw it to your old division rival, I guess you could call him that, and Epic Jake. What do you got for Cfield?
All right, so right now we're in a transitionary period from Madden 20 to Madden 21, and in Madden 19, Cfield was pretty good. I know he went to at least one Super Bowl. I don't remember the exact stats on how many Super Bowls he won, but I mean, there's a big difference between going to 1 or 2 Super Bowls and then going to 6 straight. I mean, that's not a fluke. So I'm wondering, did you make any significant changes going from Madden 19 to Madden 20? And if so, what are those changes? And like team building philosophy and gameplay, or how you play the game?
Well, I feel like it was a couple different things. One, I had a little bit more time off, so I was able to practice, if you will. I don't really go head-to-head against people, but I get into practice mode and try things out. And number two, I think what helped me is I feel like I developed really well. Well, with the abilities being in 20, I feel like that just amplified on itself.
Okay. What's your process for learning the best strategies for a new Madden, in both playing the game and building your team? Do you have any do you do labs, or do you study, or what specifically do you do?
I guess build a team, always build it the same way. I mean, really, from Madden to Madden, I don't think that ever changes. I always try to get young players and try to play well with them. A lot of people, they trade for young players, or they draft young players or whatever, but they don't use them. Well, they just sit on the bench and never develop. It's like I try to anybody that I draft to actually play them. And as far as gameplay, it's like I said, it's really if I don't really have anything going on or anything like that, I'll sit in practice mode for a little bit and mess around with it and try to figure out some stuff that I get comfortable with. Not necessarily stuff that works great, but if I'm comfortable with something, I'm more willing to run it in a game because I know what to expect and how to use it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. In terms of Madden 21 and being a part of the NFC West, well, actually, last Madden, you only lost 6 to 8 divisional games as a part of the NFC East, and now you're a part of the NFC West. And I was wondering, do you think the NFC West is going to be a tougher division than the Madden 20 NFC East, or do you think it's going to be an easier division?
I think top to bottom, the East, this Madden will probably be tougher. I mean, each one of y'all took at least one game from me. But I do think the number 2 team, no offense to you or any of the other ones, but I do think Joe's going to be pretty tough for me. I feel like he's always going to be a decent matchup.
So you'd say he's your biggest threat to win the NFC West?
I'd like to think so, unless Wynn can get that Rams team rolling, and I'm not putting it past him. I definitely think he's capable.
Yeah, I mean, having Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey is such a great thing to have on defense in Madden. So I mean, there's no.
That's right.
I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, those are just game-changing players.
That's right. The one good thing, I guess, is since I was in a division with him this past Madden, I guess I've gotten used to playing against him. So I think that'll help me, which it'll help him too. He knows what to expect from me as well. So I guess it goes both ways.
Speaking on this, Madden, and you kind of being the Cardinals, I was curious how you plan on using Isaiah Simmons this year.
Oh, I'm going to do the opposite of what I did with Derwin James a couple years ago. Then I kept James at safety when I had the option to play him at linebacker. But this year I'm definitely using Simmons as a linebacker, but I'm going to play him all over the field.
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. He's just such a game changer on every level, and not knowing what he's going to be doing, blitzing, dropping back, it's going to make your defense very hard to read, I think.
That's right.
Lynch, what do you got for our boy Cfield?
I got two questions. All right, so I got two questions. So you're pretty good. Can't lie. Pretty good player. So tell me, what is your conditioning schedule looking like? Right before a big game.
Conditioning, huh?
What's that even mean?
Yeah. You gotta like warm up. Do some stretches, hit the weights, maybe some fucking laps. Like,
What's your
is
conditioning
routine?
schedule? Like, just so he can have like
No. That's when I get the spotlight. This is Cfield's spotlight.
Oh, Lynch. You something else. I don't know, man. Usually most of the time I'm just rolling in from work. Honestly.
Gotcha. So the key to winning is a 10-hour day work schedule.
That's right.
All
Gotta
right,
have it.
all right. Take
wake
take
up really
notes,
early,
J
too.
Reggae boys. All right. And my last question is something that I just don't understand how you do perfectly every single Madden is how do you get people to just develop so quickly in a season? I know that like you talked about it like with Jake's questions, like you actually play the people, but I'm just so confused on what you do like so specifically that gets them to get from like a 70 to like a 90 in a season, multiple people. Like 10 X factors, like even your kicker probably has X factor. I don't know what the fuck you do, but what do you do?
I'm not gonna say I spam players because I really don't think I do, but I do make a point
Cody
to use
Banham.
them. But but quarterbacks, I feel like I developed them extremely well, and I guess you can see that from this past Madden. I mean, I had 3 different quarterbacks that all got to 90 something overall.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's really just using them. Whoever you want to develop. For someone, and I'm not trying to call any names, but Freeze or something like that, it'd be tougher for them to develop a quarterback because they like running the ball so much. But to me, it's whoever you're trying to develop, not necessarily spam it to them, but if you're trying to develop a receiver or a quarterback, you got to be willing to throw it. Well, I feel like I'm pretty multi-dimensional as far as running, throwing, blitzing, dropping people in coverage, whatever it may be. So I feel like that's why I can develop people a little bit better because I'm a little more multiple. But you also got to get lucky as well.
Yeah, but you do great at drafting too. So I kind of want to ask you about that. Yeah. Like, do you have any secret process that you do to find all these X factors and superstars right away, or do you just like how do you know?
Nah, I'll be honest. I got lucky this past Madden with the X factors with those 2 quarterbacks I drafted back to back in that same round. Nah, that was all luck. Like I said, this past Madden could have went a lot different, but I just ended up getting very fortunate with my picks.
Yeah, and I mean, you also make it a point to build through the draft and give yourself so many picks. So, I mean, even if it is a matter of luck, eventually you're going to hit, hopefully, with the way you do it.
That's right. Give yourself as many options as possible, or chances, rather.
Yep, no, very good strategy. Can't hate on that.
People just gotta stop trading you fucking picks, top 10 picks.
Come on, man, it's great players.
Yeah, no, I feel like we would be in trouble with the league if we didn't ask you how you manage to get the trades that you get.
For the brand.
I really don't know. But I will say, most of the time, I send in
Like,
a
what do
trade
you
to
target?
you guys, and it ends
Obviously,
up getting declined.
that is
It's
true.
youth. It
That is
really
true.
is. It's youth.
Is there specific
For-
positions? I mean, obviously quarterback. You usually make sure you're pretty well off at. But I think like
That's
secondary
right. I
you
want a
care
young
about.
quarterback early. Yep. Yep. And D-line. Those are my main three. Wide receivers, you can develop anybody, in my opinion. Linebackers, most of the time, either you're in a nickel formation, you only got two out there, and you're going to use one of them most likely anyway. And then O-line matters, but you can't really develop them as far as getting them superstar abilities or whatever. So to me, the main three to get a good young player and develop is your D-line, your secondary, and your quarterback.
Nice. Some valuable nuggets for the league, no doubt.
Yep.
All right, Cody, did you have anything you wanted to ask Cfield?
Yeah, I'll just throw this out there. If you gotta pick one person that you just absolutely hate playing that gives you the biggest fits, who would it be?
Yo, fuck you, Cody.
And what do they do specific? Like what are some like things that make it hard for them when you play them?
Well, I know you said Joe kind of.
Yeah,
average
Joe would be a good
little
one to
bit.
talk about. If
They're
there's some
tough because they don't make mistakes. That's the
Mhm.
problem with them. But really, to me, it's probably Freeze and Travis. And like I said, I think Eric, I think you're tough. I think Jake's really tough for me. I mean, Jake's beat me multiple times, but it's mainly those two because they run the ball. And I don't want to say they're sketchy or anything like that, but the way they ran the ball this past Madden or whatever made it extremely tough for me. If you didn't get a lead early, you pretty much wasn't beating them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, they were great at controlling the clock and playing to their advantages, no doubt. And I mean, this was
That's
a
right.
great Madden to be good at that too. So, hats off to him
Yep.
for that.
That's right.
All right, so
But yeah, that's
oh.
that's another question I had. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So I think next thing we wanted to talk about was the tournament, and we had some more news on that. I guess not really news, but a new thing that we were gonna do for it. It was Cfield and Cody's idea. So
It was mostly
wanna-
Cfield's idea, but
I mean, yeah, if you want to explain it, I mean, it's not really that difficult. It's basically just filling out a bracket for the tournament, and have you thought of any rewards or anything yet for that, or are we even doing that?
no. We can do that. I haven't thought of any rewards for it yet.
I mean, it doesn't even
Come up
have
with
maybe
something.
just like a superstar or a star for like first. I mean, or the
Just winner
first and
take all.
second type thing. I mean, yeah, it's just kind of a fun thing to do, but we'll hash it out and get back to you guys on the rewards for it. But just fill out a little 16 team bracket. Who you guys think is gonna win this preseason tournament? And and then I guess we're gonna talk about who some of our favorites are. I definitely think that I guess I can start off with our. I mean, he was the champion the most in this last Madden, so yeah, I would say Cfield is probably the early favorite right now. What do you think?
I don't know about that.
I mean, if you want to break down the numbers,
What do the numbers say?
yeah, it's kind of tough. I think it's either gonna be like Florida, maybe Mark Betts. You know what?
Okay.
In all
Well,
seriousness,
contribution.
could
Let's
be JA.
Here is Cfield's pool for the tournament. It's Cfield, the Cardinals, Mamba, me, and Reggae Boys. So it's Bengals, Jaguars, Falcons, Cardinals.
So
You really
one of
just
those guys isn't making that.
fucking-
But I mean,
You're just handing
Besides Ja
Cfield
Reggae
the
Boys.
fucking championship. What is this? How much is he paying you?
You just said he wasn't gonna win, didn't you?
Yeah, but do you really do you think that I'm ever serious? I fucking screamed for the intro.
didn't
I
Mamba
just said your
beat
name.
you?
Yeah.
So don't you think he might have a chance?
No.
Well, the two people make it out, so even if Cfield goes 3-0, another person gets to make it out.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's pretty solid teams in there. I mean, probably Mamba and Cfield advancing.
I don't know.
Faith in yourself?
No, I gotta come out the gate strong. I gotta just fly under the radar.
You played
What
me
do you-
tough last time, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
I think you almost always play me tough. I do
Yeah, we
feel
usually have
confident
pretty good
playing
games.
against Mamba. I match up pretty well with him. I feel like I've always matched up well with Mamba. Not saying he's a bad player, just matchups alone.
Well, in this pool, it goes. You start off with the Bagnulls, and I start off with Mamba, and then we play each other in the second round, and Mamba and the Bagnulls play, and then you finish with Mamba, and I finish with the Bagnulls. You actually,
I guess while we're on that topic, to stick to that schedule. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's say it's all pool play, so I guess it really don't matter who plays who when. Does that make sense?
Yeah, games like beforehand, and then wait until we advance to the actual tournament or whatever. I'm cool with that too. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal.
I was just curious. I didn't know how strict you were to it. I was, like I said, I was just wondering.
No, yeah, I mean, if everyone wants to play all their fucking pool games in one night, let's do it.
I guess
so
it's a
down.
moot point because Mamba probably ain't gonna have the game until 2 weeks in anyway.
But yeah, so it's till Sunday though, until the game comes out to play. Otherwise, it's a free. There's a makeup round too that I plan. That's why I kind of put the makeup round in there too. So if like somebody can't play, then they have an opportunity to maybe play in the makeup round.
All right, I'm hearing the Twitch stream.
I'm hearing
and
the
you
Twitch
talk, and
stream
that's not
and
okay.
you talk,
And that's
understand.
not.
Bad boy. I was making sure we were doing good. And nice
Yeah.
and live. And we were. It was great. No
We'll
problems here.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be like, no, you can't play your next pool game if you want to play.
Gotcha.
So, because yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go around in the next like week or two and ask when everyone is supposed to be getting their Madden. I hope everyone's gonna have it by the 28th.
I would bet a good majority of the league is gonna have it even before the game
Yep.
comes out. Like in those first 5 or 3 days.
Yep.
Before.
So, some week one, round one games that are fucking kind of some big games are like Giants Broncos. That should be a pretty good game. That's Woods versus Vision. Bears and KC.
Ooh.
Got Indy and Pittsburgh, which is that's Nas and Berg. Got Tampa and the Rams, who's fucking Bob and Wind Sorcery. That should be a pretty good one too.
Hold on, before you go too far, when you said Visions, it reminded me that last week we did completely neglect him when talking about early history of PML. Like he had some very good. Really?
Oh, he was good. Now he's shit.
Mention him.
That's basically
thought-
the sum.
Because
See, I was expecting Lynch to have that rant, and I
Uh,
don't remember hearing it. What though?
I mean,
Because
Vision
you
looked
asked
good.
when
We all know.
when we restarted
all
the
know.
Xbox One, and I was like, "Oh, it's Vision versus Biden fraud and whatnot." And I'm pretty sure you said, "Oh yeah, that's when Vision was good."
Listen, Vision's
Yeah.
great player. The past 2 Maddens, he is worse than like Bob, and that's a problem.
He's beaten some very good opponents, even in his shit times.
Yep.
according
Yeah,
to you.
like he beat me, and I thought that okay, he's gonna make playoffs.
Let's
no.
ask Cfield's opinion on Visions.
I still think he's pretty decent. I feel like I don't know, maybe he's lacking motivation, if you will. But then, depending on who he plays, I feel like he's still pretty motivated. I know he played me this past Madden, and I think he played me pretty close. So I think he can play with anybody still. It just depends on what vision are you getting.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's always good at developing his players too. He's like
Yep.
one of those guys, even if his team's not that great, like he always is getting stars to superstars and just 70s to 80s and 90s and just always developing his rookies well.
That's right.
What are some other tough pools that we had? I mean, I think yours is probably the toughest, just based on opponent or like
I mean,
pedigree.
Pool E is pretty interesting with Berg, Nas, Wind Sorcery, and Bob.
You can count
Yeah.
Bob as last
Yeah.
place.
Whoever comes
Or
out
like-
of that one,
Or even like
It's
Pool
gonna be-
H. It's like Woots, Visions, fucking Nightmare, and Dirk Diggler. Dirk wasn't too bad, honestly, last year.
no, he was really starting to come on actually.
That could be a pretty.
I mean, and I
interesting
think
pool
his
to
overall
watch.
record was pretty close to even. I think he might have had one bad season that pulled it down, but other than that, I know he was always right on the verge of playoffs.
Or like Jake's Pool D is pretty interesting. That's Ponch, TRC, DB, and Jake.
Oh my god.
How do you feel about that pool, Jake?
I think I probably have the worst chance with the Raiders. I don't think I stand a chance personally. I hate to be negative about myself, but I mean, unless I put in some work, I think I don't. I mean, although I think this is probably the most wide open tournament you could possibly have with the game being so offensively focused. At least as we saw in the
And-
beta.
Yeah, and it's just no one's really got their hands on it yet. No one even knows how they want to approach it with their team so far. So I mean, just
Oh,
in
I know
terms
exactly
of
what I'm
like
doing,
upsets
dog.
that can happen.
That
What's that?
helps. That helps.
We all know what I'm going to be doing.
Lynch's
What,
bracket.
just
Lynch's
escape
pool's
artist
kinda-
Deshaun Watson?
kinda
Yeah,
interesting
buddy!
As well.
Who
do
you
I
gonna
got?
throw it up to now that you don't have Hopkins?
Oh, you know, my, or what's it called? Don't I have, like, Brandon Cooks? 74 overall?
Yeah, he's probably like 93 speed these days.
Yeah, okay, so I still got some weapons. I also got, like, J.J. Watt. Put him at fullback.
You got Will.
And legally I can because he was a fullback.
I mean, I wonder if they'll have more of those packages in there. Like, I mean, Travis Kelce at like quarterback or some of those big O linemen at tight end that go out for passes, or even D linemen.
So J.J. Watt.
Yeah, I mean, he's caught a touchdown. I'm pretty sure.
There's some
He has
formations
five.
where
There's
last
five.
year where I could throw like Jack in that like a fullback spot and he could play.
Yeah, in that split offset always, you can always put like a middle linebacker in at the fullback spot. It's one of the weirdest substitutions. I don't know why it's always like that. Who's all in my pool again?
Travis with the Bears.
Yeah.
Wisco's Finest with the Eagles and Wicked B-Baller with the Bills.
Okay. That Bills defense, I mean, no matter who's going to have it at first, it's going to be pretty tough. No doubt.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to do with opt-outs and stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
there really hasn't
like
been
playing online
any
and
big
stuff.
ones. But yeah, like for the players who had opted out, like Devin Funchess, for instance, for the Packers, like is he going to even be available in Madden to use this
I'd
year?
imagine they would. I mean, to me, it's not like they're quit or anything like that. I think they're just sitting out the season. I'd imagine Madden would still have them. I don't think that's going to play a part in Madden, at least not in my opinion.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Especially if, like, they might have Well, I would assume pre-existing injuries would cover that if
Yeah,
you
that-
may
you
not
were
be able to
turn
play.
that.
You may not be able to play with him online though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't think
probably
about that,
not. Probably not.
which would be a problem during the
It-
tournament.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, yeah, like Marquise
the thing
Goodwin.
I guess the thing is though is we're starting right away though, so I guess if once it gets updated and they get taken out, then it maybe won't be such a big, you know what I mean,
That's right.
or to start or something. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do.
And they may not
Maybe
even
they'll
do
have
the
either
injury
way,
thing. They might
Maybe
just
they'll
take
have
them
a
off the depth
COVID
chart.
option, honestly. Pre-existing COVID opt-outs on or off.
That's right.
We're in uncharted territory. Guess we'll find out in about a week.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
All right, who else do you guys have as favorites? I guess early Mamba, Cfield with some names. I guess I'll throw out CU too.
Wait,
Put
what's
some
my
respect on
what's
him
my
out there.
pool?
CU has an easy pool too.
Yeah, I expect him to definitely make it out. And once he's out of there, like with Chubb, I mean that Browns team. Even if the game's more pass heavy, I still think he'll be able to do what he wants. Whether he's still got Beckham, he's still got Baker. I mean,
Wait, did we say
I
my
don't think
pool?
he's
Because I
just
have
gonna
no
be
clue.
Your pool
Cody?
is the Niners with Average Joe, who beat you a bunch.
Nope, we're tied 1-1. Good try. Wait. Was
Saint-
the Jets or the Vikings?
No, it's the Saints, who's a new, but he's supposed
No,
to
I
be
meant
pretty decent.
which Joe?
Which
There's
average
multiple
Joe?
Joes.
Oh, the Jets.
Jets.
Oh, I'm 2-1 against them. That's fine.
Was
Okay.
one of the wins you're counting your exhibition game?
No. We played 2 times in the regular season, 1 time in playoffs.
Did you win the playoff game?
I did.
All right.
Okay,
Get fucked,
and then Ravens and Tyreek Cohn.
Joe, Dirk, who I've never heard of, and
No, it's
the-
not Derek.
who was the other guy?
It's like Dalvin or something like that.
Fat Panda.
No, not.
Wait, say the names again. Joe, who else?
Oh my god.
Oh my God, Joe, the new Saints guy. His name is like Dalvin.
Okay.
He's supposed to be
so
pretty
not
decent.
really
And then Tyreek
decent. Yeah.
from with the Ravens, who the Ravens are just good in general anyway. So
I thought the Ravens was TRC.
That was last
No.
year. He's the
What team was he?
He's Washington this year.
Oh. Okay. Oh, dude, I'm gonna cakewalk this fucking division. Let's get it.
oh my God.
I will laugh. I mean, I could see you not making it out, honestly.
Oh, I can easily see. Yeah, because fucking EA just decides to cheese me.
I just don't know if that offense is going to be as good as it was without Hopkins for you.
Psh, I'll make sure the office is fine. The offense is fine.
Make sure the office is fine.
I'll
I mean,
make sure
I mean,
Steve Carell sends his
honestly,
regards.
Who's your tight end?
Pool A.
Who's my tight end? JJ Watt. Who's my quarterback? JJ Watt.
He's going to be playing a lot
Kicker?
of snaps.
Deshaun Watson.
Are you going to win Kicker of the
That's
Year
not
this
allowed.
year?
Dude, you know how mad. You don't know how fucking heartbroken I was when I was playing Woots. When I was playing Woots, in week 17, and I kicked like, I think 4 field goals that game, and I missed one. I was like, I knew I missed it, and I started screaming. Like, it was bad. If anybody watched the stream, I'm pretty sure Jake is the only one that watches my stream now. And, like, it was just bad. Like, I didn't even want to win. I told him, like, look, I already clinched playoffs. I don't care about the win. I need field goals. And then I just decided, like, okay, well, I'm not going to win it, so I might as well win. And then I won with, like, 10 seconds left by running with Deshaun Watson.
Oh my god.
So,
So you
Yeah.
have yet to win.
Kicker of the year will be
Kicker of
mine,
the
and
year
that is
still.
the only thing. That is the only thing I have yet to win in PML, and I will concur.
Well,
I
and
will
a
conquer,
real Super Bowl.
concur.
Ooh, ouch.
Wait, I didn't hear the last part. What?
Nothing. No, you don't even have to worry about it. It's fine.
No, say it, Eric. Say it to my face, huh?
It just said and a real
Just
Super
say it.
Bowl.
Oh, right. Yeah, totally.
Solid.
Yeah. Because Mamba's Super Bowl was real too, right? And you still give me shit for that?
Well, he does have a real one.
Yeah,
if
he
you
has
want
a
to
real
Yeah,
take
I
away
have a
his
real
fake
one too.
If you want to take away if you want to take away his most recent one, he still has a different real one.
I'm still waiting for my banner.
If it was real,
go,
maybe
Cody.
you'd have one.
Use that Photoshop skills of yours.
Oh, false. Okay.
Eric,
don't
I
got that
hope
shit
I get to
anymore.
play you because you.
We play week 1.
Oh,
We play week 1.
we do. Oh,
Lynch.
fuck yeah. Let's
we are
go.
literally the first game in the NFL season.
Yo, turn up.
All right. Anyone
Bring
else
'em up
have
for your blood.
anything
Forgot where I
on
got
this
that from.
tournament?
I mean, like I was saying, I think other
Lynch
than
is the person to beat. Cfield, he's going to develop to a 99 team in Season 2. And actually, it doesn't even matter if Cfield wins the tournament because we all know what he's going to do.
I feel like Pool A, Pool F, and Pool B are the easiest. You can pretty much
Jake
see
is
who's
going to
coming out
be
of them.
on suicide
I
watch
feel like
with
the
his
rest are all
negativity.
pretty open, I guess. And Pool G, Pool E, and Pool D are the hardest, I feel like.
Fair enough.
I mean, I can post this in the fucking Slack group, and everyone can take a look at it if they really want, so everyone can see what we're talking about while we're doing it, kind of.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll get the bracket up to everyone in the next couple days, and then people can just fill them out before we really even start playing. That way, no one has an unfair advantage or anything. And then, yeah, we'll let you guys know the rewards and everything in the next coming days too. But other than that, I think that's basically all we had today.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Lynch, Jake, anything else that you guys wanted to get off your chests?
Won a real
Nope.
Super Bowl.
Keep
nope.
telling yourself that, Lynch. Keep telling yourself that.
Jake, you have no friends.
Cfield, thank you for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you. Wish you the best of luck next year. I'm sure you don't need it. But yeah, thanks for coming on.
Oh yeah, enjoyed being here. Hopefully I can be on for a little more this season.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah,
definitely
yeah, we definitely.
We'll
We're
see.
definitely planning on getting a bunch of guests on here, maybe a couple.
There's already 4
repeats
people on this
too.
podcast. 2 of them I'm very questionable on. So we'll see.
There's one person that we're very questionable if we want to continue doing this with right now.
That's all the time we have. Thank you for tuning in to the PML podcast. TCC Lynch signing off along with me, Eric Strawberry. Say goodbye to the fans.
Bye, fans.
Alrighty, and we got Cody.
Bye, fans.
Fuck
You didn't
have
have
no
fans.
You're a commissioner and you're a dick. Anyway, so, and then we
I don't
have
have any fans.
Jake, because he's on a school night, so he has to get off very soon.
Bye, fans.
Just so depressing.
School
And-
doesn't start for 3 weeks, and I'm not even
Oh,
going to
yeah, that's
school
what-
when school starts, because it's fully remote. So
So you're dropping
I'm
out?
gonna be.
Oh.
I wish.
Okay.
I mean, no,
He's
I
going
don't.
to Madden
And
University.
Thank you to our. He's going to Madden University. He's got to
I would
study all
actually
Cfield's clips.
pass school.
This guy. And thank you to our special guest, Cfield, for joining us. Wave to the fans. Smile and wave.
Later, guys. Enjoyed being here.